Hey, everybody. You know, I have to have my trusty Danielle here because when I hit live, this camera be all kind of different ways. Danielle, come here, baby. Is it just this on here that's not caught up? Okay, I think I'm here now. Okay. Alrighty. Hey, 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 hey. Ooh, look, I got people already here. Look at y'all. Hey, KOK. Hey, Cecilia. Hey, Terry. Let me see here. And y'all were saying, hey, hey, Maria. Hey, Bonvi. Love the background. Thank you, baby. It's not really good. It ended up being free because if in real life the quality is absolutely horrible. Danielle, why you come asking me for something like that when you know I'm on it live? No, no, no sweets. Um, but yeah, the quality is horrible on it. But it's what I've got, and it fits the occasion, so I'm using it for sure. But thank you, I appreciate that. Let me see. Hey, Pooh Bear, how are you doing, sweetheart? As you come in, don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you, Pooh. I appreciate that. Yeah, y'all, please hit that like button as you come in. Let me see here. Cheryl Hendricks. Hey, Cheryl. Classy in the house. Hey, LBE. Already over there taking over my mama showers. I know you had fun having lunch and dinner with them. I was kind of jealous. I'm gonna have to admit, I was a little jealous. Auntie's Gibson Moore. Hey, baby. Hey, Bonita. How are you, sweetheart? Carol. Hey, Carol. Carol, I have meant to call you 2 or 3 different times, and every time I do, something comes up. I hope you're doing well, sweetheart. Let me see. Hey, Kimberly. How are you? S. Marie says, hey, still classy in chat. Hello, darling, and welcome. Hey, Hope. How you doing, baby doll? Hope you're feeling well. Hadn't talked to you in a while either. Sedona. Hey, y'all. Hey, Sedona. Hey, Patrice. How you doing, sweetheart? Oh, gosh. Here we go again. Just starting off, and I've already lost y'all. Donna Taylor, hey, I'm new to your channel. Hello, everyone. Well, welcome, Donna Taylor. We are happy to have you here. For anybody that's in here that hadn't subscribed yet, make sure you do that. And also take the time to hit that like button for me. Let me see, but welcome, Donna. Pooh, Hearts. Hey, Shant the Queen Facing, how are you, darling? Hey, y'all, I know most of y'all already know, but for those of you who used to come on Shant the Queen Facing's, I call it her morning show, in the mornings, she's back. So make sure y'all tune in for Shant the Queen Facing every weekday. Shant, Lord Hammer, it's 8 o'clock, right? I get my times 8 o'clock Eastern. And then when she fills up to it on the weekend, she'll be on. But she's back, and if you need a laugh or to get your morning started in a good mood, tune into her channel on at 8 o'clock. Shant the Queen Facing, Monday through Friday, 8 o'clock Eastern. Wrap It Up Gives. Hey, sweetheart, you and your hubby had me rolling today. Y'all are so cute together. I just love to see couples laughing together. Driven. Hey, good morning. Good morning. Driven, and you had me fall right into that morning, talking about morning. Good evening, Driven. Thank you for the heart, Sean. Sharika says, hey, still classy in chat. Hey, baby. The gift girly. Hey, welcome, and thank you for the hearts. There's Alicia Gordon. How are you, doll baby? Oh, gosh, dog it. Done lost you again. Tanette, Christina's Creations, hello and welcome. Pooh said, I'm good, Mama. Glad to hear you. Hope you're doing well because bless you before you sneeze. Oh, honey, I had sneezed 2 or 3 times right before we hit that like button. So hopefully I'm okay for the next few minutes. Tinker Baskets by Kay. Hey, Miss Classy. Hey, darling, and welcome. And thank you for the hearts. Thank you, Hope. A Touch of Elegance, Crafts and More. Hello, everyone. Hello and welcome. How are you? A Touch of Elegance. I did go back into Ollie's and get some of those hand exfoliators that I saw you post. I did go back and get those. Let me see. Yolanda says, hello, everyone. Hello. Donuts Craft Shop. Hey there. Sonia says, hello. Hello, Sonia. Monique, hey, baby doll. Embellished Designs by Belle. Hey, Belle. Welcome, honey. Carol says, welcome to Classy's channel. Amazing content creator. Aw, you're so sweet. Y'all, and I don't pay her, but very little to do that. Let me see. Pooh said, Mama Sean. Yes, Mama Sean is on in the mornings, cracking us up. Favored Basket Lady, good evening and welcome. S. Marie put Shant the Queen's link right there in the chat. So in case you aren't familiar with her, there's the link right there. Please click on it and subscribe. I promise you, that's one you won't be disappointed about. She will have you in stitches. Hey, hey, Naomi, isn't that what Shant calls you? Not Neum, which is what it would sound like. She calls you Naomi. Hey, Classy, I call it the morning show too, do you? Driven is laughing. Pooh says, Mama, her husband's hilarious in real life. Oh, I bet he is. I bet he is. For them to be paired up, he has to be. Hey, Rachel. Yeah, Rachel, we were sitting up there in yours. I was in yours over there to the last minute while I'm pulling stuff out. You right. We have to offer them some tea or water or something, don't we? I wish there was a way we really could. But y'all already know when you getting onto our lives, y'all better have you something to drink sitting there or nearby, because we going to be here a minute. Ashley says, hey, Still Classy and everyone. Hello, darling. One Bon V said, for those who still have prayer cards, my Dollar Tree had some nice hand fans with religious sayings with colors that matched well with these. Oh, really? Are they still $1.25? Because I think didn't the prayer cards, didn't they go up? I thought the prayer cards were going up. Hello, excited to hear your ideas today. Well, Beatrice, there's not a whole lot of ideas today. The only ideas are the ideas of what y'all need to pull out if you're planning on doing Christmas in July, because that's exactly what I've been doing, is pulling my stuff out. And I'll be showing you the stuff I've got pulled out, but I haven't started putting them together yet. Queen of Indiana, hello, baby, and welcome. Hey, Sophia. Pooh said, thanks for sharing at One Bon V. Yes, not the Queen. Hey, Pooh's Unique Creations. Hey, baby girl. Crystal's Unique. Hello, Crystal's Unique. Welcome, baby. She says, hey, everybody. Yvette. Let me see. He says, hey, Still Classy and everyone. Hey, Yvette, welcome in, sweetie. Alicia said, I had to take a trazodone last night. Am I pronouncing that right? A trazodone? And it put me out. I had to be in pain to take meds. Oh, honey, I know. I suffer without taking pain meds. Steroids is about the only steroids. The prednisone I'll take, but pain meds don't agree with me. I'm seeing fall items starting to show up at Dollar Tree. Oh, really? Dollar Tree's going to be seeing less of me with them raising all their prices. I won't be frequenting them as much as I used to. I hope you are feeling better, Alicia Marie said. Yes, we sure do. Hey, y'all, I'm uploading another video. I apologize for my ineptitude in filming ineptitude. What the heck is that, Margaret, using these fancy words? Did you spell it wrong, or am I pronouncing it wrong? Ineptitude. I don't know what that is, honey. That's over my grade level. No, the prayer cards. Oh, good. They haven't gone up yet. Great. Pull out those elves with no hands. I'm going to, Never in a Million. I haven't reached them yet, but I did get some of my little plush stuffies out, but not them. I have to find them. I need to see where I put them at. I know they're in a bin somewhere, but this room can only hold so much stuff. And honey, I haven't even taken out those really big baskets that I showed y'all on the live that I deleted, that I had gotten at that off of Marketplace. They're still sitting over here in the corner, and you know how huge those are. They're taking up half of this room, all them baskets. I haven't even gotten them out yet because I have to rearrange my shed to be able to even put anything else out there. That's what I'm saying, y'all. It's a never-ending cycle, and I'm trying to organize, but like I said on somebody's live the other day, it's like I pick it up from one place, move it to another place, only to pick it up from that place to move it to another place, and then go to move something else over there and realize that should probably be over here with this. So it's just nonstop, nonstop moving stuff from place to place. Let me see. Let me see. No, okay, I read that one. I've read that one. Daggone it, and then I touch it and she's gone. I saw driven. Okay. Hosting the conference this weekend. Got to sneak back on later or watch the replay. Okay, baby doll. Call me later on, driven. Sedona says, please, everyone, be respectful to the community guidelines and the content creator. No children are allowed on the channel. She has great moderators that will escort you out the door. I certainly do, and I appreciate y'all. I'm ready for Christmas in July. Thank you, Jesus. Are you ready, Pooh? You ready to start putting that stuff together, huh? SMW DIY. Hey, new here. Hey, welcome, sweetheart. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. We're here every Saturday at 7 Eastern time. Hope to see you back in here. Very, very happy to have you in here. Alicia said, LOL, where is Gerald and the gang? Alicia, I never put Gerald away. He's still downstairs by my fireplace. I never did put him away. The trees, everything's put away but Gerald. Y'all picked at him so much, I let him stay out. Sean says, hey, Monique. Princess J, hey, darling, how are you? Happy Saturday to you as well. Marie says, Margaret, keep them coming. Alicia says, thank you, Marie. I moved a box that I thought I could handle and paid for it. Wait a minute. I moved a box that I thought I could handle. Oh, okay. I'm so sorry, baby doll. I know sometimes it doesn't have to be any weight whatsoever. Y'all laughing at me not being able to pronounce them words. I can't help it, y'all. You know me and Sean, Sean, look at me including Sean in it, but I can include Sean in it. Don't be giving me them fancy words, y'all. Stay more on our level, okay? Let me see. Hello, Classy and everyone. Hey, Rosetta, welcome in, sweetheart. Brenda says, good evening, still Classy and everyone. Margaret says, ineptitude refers to the sloppy job I did at filming my video. And I'm sure I still butchered that word. I'm gonna go back and look it up and let Google pronounce it for me. Okay, I'm not even gonna try it again, y'all. I feel like I'm playing that game we played the other night where we were just trying to get words to be said. Let me see here. Alicia said, I broke so many boxes down to take to recycling center on Monday. I'm starting to see light at the end of the tunnel. Well, good, because I'm not even seeing the wall yet to see the light. I'm far from getting to the light. Yes, Mama, I am. Let's go. It's 7:12 here, Mama. Okay, baby. Welcome new. I got to welcome people, Pooh. Give me a minute. I got to welcome people. Sedona, welcome new subscribers. Yes, thank you all for coming in. Bring my Gerald. I miss him. I won't talk about him no more. I'll bring him next week when we start pulling out some of the gifts and stuff. I'll let him be our mascot on the table. Maria, Maria. We ain't doing that on here. Y'all ain't making me look hot, crazy, and a mess up in here. Let's leave that word alone until I learn it. I'll do my homework and I'll learn it. Y'all aren't gonna have me in here. Y'all ain't gonna have me up in here butchering these words like that, laughing at me on the backside. We're gonna just leave that one alone. We'll soon be starting on making Christmas card bundles. Yeah, you're good at that crafty stuff. Sedona says, hey, Pooh. Pooh says, hey, Sedona. Shamika said, hey, still Classy. Hey, beautiful. How are you, darling? Gifts by Nick. Hey, everybody. Hope all is well. Yes, we are. Thank you for popping in. Monique is saying poo. Brenda's saying, hey, Monique. Brenda, have I spoke to you? I don't even remember seeing you come in. Did I speak to you? If not, welcome, sweetie. LaQuisha said, hey, everyone. Hey, baby. There's Cly. How are you, sweetheart? Brenda says, hey, Shamika. Pooh said, I wasn't rushing you, Mama. I'm saying let's work. Oh, okay. I thought you were saying, look, it's 7:12 here. Can we get started? Can we get started already? We got 26 weeks until Christmas, Margaret said. Oh, I know, baby. But I don't plan on waiting until Christmas or Valentine's or any of these holidays anymore, y'all. I about fell out Valentine's through Easter, y'all. That was rough on me. So I'm going to have to stretch this out. And plus, I'm going to have to stop and take some downtime to be learning my Cricut, too. So I got a lot of things I am trying to do. And then, of course, with the girls, you know, I have to keep them occupied and doing things and going places. It's not fair to them for me to make them sit up in this house and me do baskets all the time. So I'm trying to spread it out. But I really, really want to learn my Cricut. I want to prioritize that and do some baskets as we go, because I had promised myself I was going to learn how to work my Cricut on our off season, and I'm going to really, really try to keep my promise to myself on that. The Altered Effect, thank you for the heart, sweetheart, and welcome. Never Man says, wait, no, you didn't get a Christmas in July banner. LOL, too cute. Yes, I did. Ain't he cute? He is so cute. I sure did. And it's got the water. I don't know what that joker over there is doing. What is he doing? Flying? I don't know what that thing up in that top right corner is doing, but he's up in the air. I can't even tell what that is coming out the bottom. Oh, Lord, I don't know what that. Anyway, but yeah, I like it. I think he's cute. Let me see. Thanks, no problems, Brenda said. Shamika said, hey, Miss Brenda and Monique. No, Mama. Okay, baby. LBE said, right, never in a million. Maria says, Monique. Margaret says, I know. I have myself a heart attack. We can't get stressed out like that. We sure can't, baby. Mm-mm. Okay, where did y'all just go? Where who was I just reading? I don't even know now. I've lost my spot again, y'all. Pooh said, big sis. LBE. LBE said, hey, Pooh. Katrina said, hey, sis. Pooh said, auntie. Alicia said, he looked like he is surfing on a bug. I know, right? And a surfboard. Hello, Still Class and everyone. Hey, Miss B Baskets, welcome. Donna said he's a surfer, man, on the wave. He's on something. I don't know what that stuff is. I'm like Alicia. Looks like some kind of bug legs down there on the bottom. I don't know what it is. Let me see. Pooh said she deleted the comment, Mama. Oh, okay. I thought I saw her in here and then she was gone. Katrina, hey, Niecy Pooh. Carol said, I'm learning. I'm creating a story. You're learning AI? I'm creating a storybook for my grandkids with illustrations. Oh, that's nice. That is so nice. Look, y'all, I know I'm going to have to try to bring this down before I put anything on my table. So y'all bear with me. I just wanted the Christmas in July to show, but it ain't. So I could only get the word July in. So we got to bring us on down. Santa might not even be in the picture, but y'all know he's back there. Here we go. Oh, excuse me, y'all. Anyway, I know y'all are probably tired of people's hauls, but I wanted to show y'all just a couple of things that I've got. I haven't been doing too much after City Trends. Let me see. Margaret, if you start now, there's no reason we can't have a stockpile of gifts made up by Christmas so we don't stress out for the rest of the Yes, exactly. Auntie, I just subscribed, Pooh said. Brenda says, hello, Miss B Baskets and more. Tanette, Christina's Creation. Looking at LBE's video last night, I started my Christmas designs today. Good job. Yeah, we got, I mean, if you want to take the stress off, now's the time to start. For sure. Brenda said, hey, Lisa. Pooh said, Miss B's kisses. Lisa said, bless you. Alicia, thank y'all. I appreciate it. Hey, Lisa Bell. How are you, sweet baby? Sophia said, bless you. Thank you, sweetheart. Already ahead, Mom. Yes, you blessed me ahead of time. Lisa said, hey, Pooh. Thank y'all for all the blessings, altered effects. Let me see. Hello, Lisa Bell. Okay. So, I know a lot of y'all saw my short. I'm not pulling all those things back out again, but I am going to show each individual one really quick. For those of y'all who did not see my short on the perfumes that I got for $1, I'm going to just hold up the ones that were $1 really quick first, just so you can see. This one was $1 at City Trends. Okay, and like I said, you can always go back to the short. I'm just showing you really, really quick. That was one of the ones. That was $1 at City Trends. I love that box. I only got 2 of those. I wish I had gotten more. But you get what they have. This one I found 2 of those, Plush Cherry. That was one. This one, I ended up getting 14 of them. I had 12 and went to another store and found 2 more. So I did get 14 of these. The Coupe d'Amour, that seems to be the one that had the most in the stores available. For Blooms, that was one I saw several of y'all finding. And the Amour one. I found 8 of these, fine gold, 999.9 women. So I found that one. I found this one, Be Extravagant. This is what's in this one. Oh shoot, I must have dropped the lid out in the other thing, but that's the one that's in that. Or is that the lid? Oh yeah, the lid's on here. Okay, I thought the lid was missing, but that is the lid. Okay, that's the one that's in that one. Ooh, that's kind of strong. I'm not going to do like Nicole did and start smelling on this stuff. Ooh, I get migraine. That one right there, I didn't even spray nothing. Woo, Jesus. Yeah. Yeah, that, I wouldn't even sit that one out around me, let alone wear it. Let me see. And then they had this one for $1. It was really pretty. This is a purple color, black chamomile. And there's 2 more that she's supposed to be holding for me that's in that spray mist. And I'm supposed to have went back today, but I didn't make it back today. It was a long way to drive just for two spray mists, and it was something sweet pea or something, and some kind of rose. If she puts it back on the shelf, that's fine. This one was $3 for the set. I ended up getting 10 of these. This one I found at the other store. I wish I had found more of these, but there was only one. But this one was $2, not 1. I would have still bought more for 2 because it was really pretty, I thought. This one I paid $3 for it because I know that's what we pay for the ones that that everyone's ordering. And it was marked down to $3, and I thought it was really pretty, and it's in a purple bottle, so I chose to buy 2 of those for $3. And then I got 2 gift sets. This one was $3. This one was $3. And this one was $5. They had more of these, and I know Tasha really liked that one. I left the ones that they had. 5, I just didn't want to put out 5, I guess, because I was being so spoiled by the ones. But I left a couple more of those $5 ones on the shelf. They're probably still there, to be honest. Well, I don't know. That somebody might have went and got them, but It weren't me. I left them there. And then I got a man's set for $5, and I don't have that one here right now. I put that away with the men's concepts. I also Ollie's has, you know, that 15% off. And, you know, they had sent us out that card, and we thought it was for members only for that one day only. That Ollie's special is running through I can't remember if they said the 7th or the 9th. So anybody that wants to go to Ollie's and get 15% off, you've still got another week, over another week to do it. This is some of the things. I did buy a lot of the loofahs because they're 70-something cent right now. They were on sale for 80-something, and then with the 15% off, it comes to 70-something cent. And I'm doing some of these concepts with that, with these colors, remember, that I got, and I needed some of those, that color of loofah. So, you know, remember these things that I'm putting together. So, and I don't know where I picked these up at, but I'm glad I did. And I wish I hadn't actually gotten another hat. It might have been Ollie's, I'm not sure. But they were well, it says it right there. Duh, it is Ollie's. So they were $2.99 with the 15% off. And that's a pretty color, and it blends with this other blue stuff perfectly. So I did get those. My Dollar General, that's by my house, is closing, and they're at 50% off for right now. So I did grab some of their dollar loofahs for 50 cents. The yellow, the orangey color, and some more of the blues. So I got those for 50 cents at my store that's closing. I was going to wait until they went to 75% on Tuesday, but everybody was clearing out the loofah bin, you know, those big plastic bins they have. They were clearing it out, so I had to go ahead and get some. Back to Ollie's again, y'all. I got these. They are so pretty to me. Let me see. I think I have to go down a little bit lower. I got these. Now, these are also 15% off, so they come out to be $1.60 something, y'all. $1.60. I don't know. I got the receipts here. $1.69. And these, when you go online to Google them, they start at $8.99 up to $15. So that's a pretty good deal for $1.69. And you can't really tell the color from my lighting is so bad, but it's a really light pink and gold. So those are going to be really, really pretty. For $1.69, I couldn't pass them up. And especially after I Googled them and saw that they're running from $9 to $15. So I got those. I also got some of these. They're also, all three of these scents that I got when I Googled them are running anywhere from $8.99 to $15. And I'm sure some of y'all have probably already showed these. I haven't seen them in my store until today. So I know we all get them at different times. Some of the Tahari body mist, they're also showing $8.99 up to $15 depending on where you get them from. So I picked up some of the Tahari. They also had the Jordache, same thing. That's about what they were running at Walmart. I think was like $8.99 to $15 depending on, you know, what spot you're buying them from. So y'all be on the lookout if you're interested in any of these. While there's the 15% off, get you some body mist for $1.64, and they're the ones that cost. You know, it's not like you're getting Dollar Tree ones for $1.25. You're getting some of the scents that really are, you know, people are charging more for online. So I also found several of these. The Sweet Love Bodycology. I should have picked up every one of them that I saw that day, but no, I'm going to grab just 6 of them. And then when I went back today to get them, of course, they were gone. Sweet Love, and I'm going to leave them there. Why did I leave them there? But anyway, I got 6 or 8 of them. I can't remember. But one thing about Ollie's, when you see something you want, you better grab them because they're not going to be there when you go back. A Touch of Elegance had did a little short or video or live or something, and she had gotten some of these. Um, they were $2.49, but of course less than that after the 15% off. So you're well under $1 for each of the exfoliating gloves. So I picked up a pack of that. I was looking for the animal print design that she showed, but I didn't see the animal print, but I did find these with the hearts. And I thought with this gold for Valentine's Day, they're going to be perfect. And under, they were what, like 70 something cents? I don't know, something like that after the discount. So I picked up a few of these to put in a concept. Now that was my Ollies. So I was happy to get those little spray mists. And I love the color. You know, I love my gold. And having the light pink with it was just icing on the cake for me. And then when I Googled it, I'm like, alrighty, I'm going to get them. And the fact that I didn't see any expiration date on them anywhere. I have started doing that, y'all. When I'm purchasing stuff, I look for expiration dates because I do not want to be getting something that's about to go out. I know I'm missing y'all's comments, y'all, but I am so excited. Guess what I found, y'all? After my last live, finally, doo-doo, got me some men's watches, y'all. God is good, ain't he? Okay, that's why we cannot get really, really, really upset when people show stuff. We get a little jealous, but we know our time is coming, you know. So I was able to get, and I checked, all these are ticking. I got to actually go back and open them back up so the tickers will go off. But I think it's 7 of them. So I was happy that I found me some men's watches for $5. They weren't 3, but they were 5. I thought that one was kind of neat. And the fact that my store had them, because my store don't ever reduce anything like that. So I was tickled that I got me 7 watches for $5. I know I'm missing the comments. Let me see. Who said, let me get my behind up and go to Ollie. Girl, you know that must be going quick too. And they come in different stores at different times. Pooh said they better have them or I'm going to shut Ollie's down, Mom. I'm tired of not scoring. Let me see. Awesome haul. I haven't scrolled backwards, y'all. I'm just looking at whatever's appearing on my screen at the moment. Because y'all know I'll sit here and be all behind again. I need some men's. Donna, I did too. I didn't have not one. So I was tickled that I found them. I was like a kid in a candy store. Let me see. Yes, KOK. I was tickled. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, 7 of them. Excuse me again. And these are the ones that Rachel had told us about that we ordered when we were on with Rachel. And they came in. I haven't even checked these yet to see if they're working. I haven't checked them yet. I need to. But I only got 5 of those because I already have some women's watches. And those are the ones that came in that I had ordered online. So that was my watch haul. And I think that's, oh no, that's not it. Because I did, y'all, Bonita Bumpers. You know, y'all know Bonita Bumpers. She is one of our community members. And she supports every one of us all the time. She is selling some of her overload of inventory at her cost. And I did get a few things from her. Y'all know I didn't get much because I'm frugal. And you know, shipping is not cheap at all. So I try to find what I'm going to get in the stores. But I did get a few things from her. And if y'all are interested, y'all can get in touch with Bonita Bumpers and see what she still has available. Know that it is not free. She is not gifting it to you. She is selling it to you at what she paid for it. And you do have to pay shipping. So y'all, please don't waste her time having her, you know, bundle up. And it's a lot of work to do that stuff. And then get to the post office and find out what the shipping is and say, never mind. Please don't do that. Y'all know shipping is not really cheap. So unless you're willing to pay for the items and the shipping, you know, don't bother her, because that's a lot of work. And I don't want to send people to her and then, you know, they end up not following through. So anyway, here we go. I did get a couple of these. And I'm not going over the prices that I paid for anything, because you've discussed what she paid, because what she paid for the ones that I got might not be what she paid for what you get. So I'm not doing that either. I'm just going to show you what I got from her. I got me, y'all know I don't have no toys at all. And I'm looking for Hello Kitty and I'm looking for Bluey. So I was tickled to get those two. She knows that me and Rachel are into the animal print. So that was one of the first things I asked her about. And she had a little bit of it. She had an animal print purse. And she had a beautiful animal print scarf. A hat, a winter hat, an animal print watch. So y'all know I was tickled on those. I was tickled about that. Let me see what else I got from her. I got 3 doves. We all know what doves look like. I didn't have much dove, so I did get 3 doves. I got these. These were really pretty, I thought. Vanilla rose. Got 3 of those. Let's see. Oh, and I forgot. Back to my animal print. I got some animal print perfume and some animal print earrings to go with that other stuff. So that went along with that other stuff that I got. Let me see here. I did manage to get 2 watch sets from her. That one and this one. So that'll put me at a total of 9 watches for men now. Where is my other? I got that. This always reminds me of Sean. She's the first person I saw using this, and I never did get any. Never found any at mine. So I got me a set of the lemon, the yellow, and she had 3 of the yellow bath shower things, you know, whatever they're called. I got another set of these, fresh raspberry. Y'all know I'm looking for pink and red. So wild poppy and fresh raspberry. Oops, that went with that and that one went with that. So I got those. I was happy to get those. And that's about it. And a bunch of, oh, and let me see. These aren't even together. I'm just trying to pull them out. Let me see. I got a bunch of men's socks. I got some men's sunglasses. I got some True Religion socks. I've got, let me see what else. Some Adidas socks. I have a couple of pair of Nike. Not Nike. Is it Nike? don't get me, Nautica. So I got a bunch of men's socks that I needed to put in my little flat concepts or wrapped up with a mug gift. I think that was about it for that. Because, oh, and some of the little mini pull bows. And a couple of ribbons over there, which I'm not about to go over and try to reach right now. So I got a couple of ribbons that I have been wanting that has the pretty red bows, pretty red flowers in it. I couldn't find them here. So I was tickled that she had a couple of rolls of that. So I was tickled with that. So that was the extent of my shopping. But y'all, it's time for me to go back to Shopping Anonymous, because, you know, we do get in that phase when we're on off season where we pay attention to every sale that's going on. And I need to get back on, I don't want to call it rehab, but I need to start going back over my journal about let's not buy so much now. Because I think I'm getting, you know, it's easy, y'all. For any of y'all that have any issues with shopping, y'all know for a while there, Never in a Million used to really pick at me. I would not even look at a sale. I wouldn't watch the hauls. I wouldn't go in the store. I quit shopping cold turkey until I made up baskets and got rid of some of this inventory and got some of that inventory down. I was done. But here we go again. I'm getting bit by that little shopping bug again, and it's making me hit the stores when I hear something. So I'm gonna have to really pay attention, and you know, don't get too carried away with my shopping. Let me see. I don't know who I've missed that has come in, and I don't want to try to go back and find where I've left off at, y'all, because I know I've probably missed some stuff. I see Pooh put Bonita's Bumpers link in. Thank you for anyone that wants to get in touch with her. Let me see. You sure they going in baskets and not in your closet, Mama? No, they going in baskets. I'm not keeping it. I am not keeping it. Nope. I already had pulled out one of my now I'm going to end up keeping a couple of my leopard blankets, you know, because I love them. But I've ended up already pulling out one of my blankets that I'm planning on putting with that stuff. So nope, they're going back out. That's going to be one of my big gifts. One of my animal print gifts. Let me see. Who, you sure they're going? Carol, give me 1 second. I'm assuming she's asking about the link. You can send me that yellow here, Mama. Thank you. Girl, Pooh, I'd been wanting some of that yellow for so long, and I finally got one set of it. One. But I'm having to re-up my animal print stuff. I sold it all. I know. They are good sellers. Really good sellers. And I catch myself hoarding, which is why Pooh's asking that probably. At least the blanket stuff I catch myself hoarding. All occasion gifts. Are you keeping the watches? If not, I'll gladly buy them. Yeah, I know I've missed all y'all's little comments and talk back there. I know, Never in a Million. I fell off the frugal wagon. I didn't really fall off the frugal wagon because, believe me, I wanted to get so much more of what she had, but I was trying to be really conscious of what the weight would be. And you know, the weight on that, you know, those body colleges and stuff, they get heavy. And that little bit of stuff I just showed y'all was 5 of those big bags that, you know, we get and seal up and put stuff in. I got 5 of those things. And so that, when you talk about 5 big envelopes being shipped, you're talking some money. So yeah, that's why I don't normally buy things from people. Because the cost that they're selling it for is more than fair, but by the time you add in the shipping, you might as well wait and buy it in a store. I mean, to be serious, because shipping will take that price up. Let me see. Yeah, yes, Margaret, it is. Donna says, me too. I went crazy at one point, so I could hardly get into my storage shed. Hey, now let me tell you what I did do, Never Million. I was proud of myself. I had already mapped out how to get to our Bath and Body Works. Um, whatchamacallit, the not the regular store that's here in my mall, but the, what is it called, where you go and you get the stuff even cheaper. uh, I was going to go, and I had planned to get up and go this morning, and I talked myself out of it. Nope, I said no. And then I went right on down to Ollie's and found those things for $1.69 a bottle. No, it's not Bath and Body Works, but I'll work it out, okay? Because I'm like, I'm not going to do it. I'm not outlet. There you go, Pooh Bear. Thank you. I wasn't going to go. You know, I haven't ruled it out completely, but I'm having to pull back now because I'm catching myself get bit by that bug again, where I'm like, what, who, where, you know. And I don't want to get caught back up in that. I really, really, really don't. I do want to get some more chalk and stuff when it goes 90%. I'm not buying a bunch of summer toys and all that. I'm not doing all that. I'm not doing it. But I will get chalk because I do use that in my Easter baskets. But the water stuff, the summer water stuff, nope. I don't want none of that stuff. I'm not having that stuff pile up in my house. Now, for those of you who do a lot of the children's baskets, of course, I don't. I don't do that. So, yeah, the outlet store. Thank y'all. Maria says, Bonita, what state are you in? Gifts by Chosen. I used to be excited about shopping, but recently I haven't been impressed. So hey, Chosen. I know I missed all kind of people coming in, and I am so, so sorry. Not my sister Chosen, she said. Let me see. Philonda. Hey, Philonda, how are you? Okay, said you're great, still classy, that you have the willpower to stop. I've never been to stop shopping completely. Oh, yes, honey, I will. I will put the brakes on myself quick. I got that last time, I got so overwhelmed, KOK. I mean, when it starts affecting my mental, you know, in my house, and me not being able to get my house, I mean, everywhere, I can't do that. I can't do that. So I not only did I stop shopping, but I've told y'all this before. I have certain rooms in my house that I refuse to let inventory or baskets or anything go in. I refuse. I have a certain rooms now that I'm allowing. When I get past that point, I stop. I'm like Sean, you've got to have a cutoff point. You've got to give yourself limits, or you're going to end. And like I said, I get it for some of y'all. And then I would have to go out and rent storage units. And I'm not doing that, y'all. I don't sell like that. I mean, I do well on my holidays, but not to the point that it would merit me paying for a shed. It does not. And I'm not going to sit here and try to front and act like I got it like that. I do not. I sell really well for the amount that I make, but I do not sell enough that would warrant me going out and paying for units. So I can't do that. I know some of you other people sell a lot more. I can't. I have a storage unit in my yard. A nice, looks like a house back there. It's full. I have 2 garages that are full. One of them is closed in and started out being my design room, and now it is totally just an inventory room. And my garage, where I keep my other second car, I had shelves built all the way around my garage that can hold 4, is it 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of the clear bins with lids, all the way from one side of the garage to the other, and the back wall, and my shed, and my dining room is used for storage. That's enough, y'all. If I can't keep what I buy in that amount of space, then I need to stop buying. And, you know I am blessed to have a lot more space in my home to store than most people do. And I get that. I am blessed for that. But if I don't give myself a limit, I'll fill up every bedroom in my house. I will go out and start paying for units, and I just can't. My sales does not warrant that. They just don't. Let me see. Expressions of Grace says, wow. Carol Hewitt said, I haven't either chosen. I'm reading up backwards right now. LBE, y'all got a lot. I have a lot of inventory, LBE, a lot. Let me see. LBE said, good God Almighty. I know, honey. If I were to sit, and one day I may take a camera and go around and show y'all just how much stuff I have, but I want it to be really neat and organized. And you'll say, yeah, you need to stop. And I do. And I do. But like I said, I do admit that what I bought before, I bought a lot of stuff that I didn't need, but I didn't know that. I had just learned, I had just come into the basket community. I did not know. I was just learning how to penny shop, how to 90% shop. Okay. And so I'm like, yeah, it's 90% off. It's a penny. Get it. Take the girls 2, 3, 4, 5 buggies at times and just be, they're rolling a buggy. I'm rolling a buggy. We're pulling 2 more buggies. What the heck? And that's fine if it's stuff that we use, but half of the bins I have out in my garage, over the door hangers to hang stuff, I'm talking not one of them, 30 of them. I mean, come on, y'all, crazy stuff. I've got so many dog canisters, glass canisters for dogs, like I do as many pet gifts as I do women's gifts. I've got pet bowls. I've got ceramic cookie dishes that you put their snacks in. I've got dog blankets out the yin yang. I could open a pet shop with the pet stuff I got, y'all. Why? Because it was there and I could get it for a penny. So I did. And that's the stuff I've got to go and pull out and have a yard sale and sell some of this stuff. So that's the thing with me is I messed up at the beginning and I was buying stuff I did not need and did not want. Or I thought I wanted it. I thought, oh, I can make, oh, these will make, and they will make wonderful animal baskets. But y'all, I don't sell animal baskets like that to that extent. I don't need 100, concepts for animals. I don't sell that many kind of animal baskets, but y'all get my point. Buying the wrong stuff and bins and bins and bins of it. That's what I've got. Once I go through and get rid of all of the stuff I bought when I first started that I really don't use in my concepts, then I'll be back where I need to be. But yeah, it can turn into a hoarding situation quickly. Let me see. My storage is in my yard too, so I can't afford to go out and shop for more. Right. All I have is what is upstairs with me in my shed and out back. Yeah, and at your mom's, what your mom lets you store. I know. I get that. So I have a lot of stuff, in a lot of places. But I will end up having it everywhere if I don't stop. Diane says, good evening, class. Yeah, I'm guilty. I need to stop shopping too. I think a whole lot of us are, honey. A lot of us are. 2 rooms is my limit as of now. Right, Sophia? Right. Same. Yeah, I want to get to where I don't have, I have 4 bedrooms and one of my bedrooms upstairs. It is neat. It still has the bed and the dresser and the TV and all that. It's a guest room. And I have one shelf up there that holds 2, 4, 6, 8 bins. Them shelves. I love the ones that hold the 2 on the top, 2 down, 2 down, 2 down. And I have it in there. But it's all neat. They're all in just the bins. I have no more in Danielle's room upstairs, in the other guest bedroom upstairs, in the one downstairs. I have no inventory. So there's no inventory in 3 of the bedrooms at all. None. But my dining room, you couldn't eat in that you couldn't put a glass on my dining room table because it's full of spa stuff all over the top. I did pull out, that was all underneath the bottom of my dining room table, all of my pop shelf stuff. And it's all now sitting behind me right here on this table where I can't stand for this room to be full. Why? Because the first thing that's going in any of these baskets that I make is my pop shelf. All that pop shelf stuff I went out and bought when I was in my grab everything mode. And now I have tons of the green, the tan, the burgundy, and the purple, and the orange pop shelf stuff. So I no longer have those in 20 bags under my dining room table. They have been stretched out all across this 6-foot table in rows, body mist, body scrubs, body lotions, by color. And those are going to be used in my baskets first, period. Because I started bringing in that spa stuff that I was bringing from Dollar Tree and was making baskets with those. When I made those 2 baskets, just to have a woman's basket out on my table, these here, I made up just two ladies' baskets. What did I use? I used the new stuff I had just bought from Dollar Tree. The same stuff I told y'all not to do. I told y'all don't do that. Don't turn around and buy something new and then you put that right in your basket and your stuff you bought 6 months ago is still in a bin somewhere. And I mean, I teach that not to do that. And then I turned around because they were what was sitting right beside me over here. Why did I want to get my lazy behind up and go in there in the dining room and pull something out when I had something sitting right here? Because it needs to be first in, first out. That's what we need to do. And that's why I finally, during my organization, pulled out every bit of the stuff that I had bought before in the spa stuff that needs to go out first. And it's filled up this table behind me, and that will be used before anything. Let me see. Hoarding is my middle name, Donna said. No, we don't want that. So Donna said 101 watch and 73 likes. Y'all please take a second to hit the like button for me. I'd really, really, really appreciate it if you would. Let me see. Done. KOK said, I counted over 100 swimming pools and rafts from Dollar General's penny sale. They will be out. Let's see, KOK, and I'm here for you, baby. I hear you. And we have to tell these people this stuff. Because if not, y'all are going to end up doing the same thing. When you know better, you do better. And when we first come into this business like this, we don't know better. We see everybody buying, we see all these hauls, and that's what we do, and you end up with a whole lot of stuff you don't need. And that's keeping you from buying the stuff you do need because you have nowhere to put it. LBE said, nah, I'm talking about just inventory that has not been used. Gotcha. What's at mom's house? Oh, okay. That's where you store already made. Okay. I thought you used to have things like stuffed animals and all that over there when you'd say you were going to your mom's to get this and that. Gotcha. I guess that changed when you got your shed. You swapped that around. Carol said, I'm working on this, never in a million. I don't have talent with penny shopping. Whether you have talent with penny shopping or not, Carol, you can still end up buying more stuff than what you need and the wrong stuff, But yeah, it is a lot easier to get caught up in it when you're 90% shopping and penny shopping, because you're like, oh man, I can use this, and then you tell yourself, if I don't use it, I can sell it. But you don't sell it. No, let me say what y'all don't do, because y'all may. Because in my mind, if I don't use it, I can sell it. I can put this on Marketplace. I can put this on such and. I don't do that. It sits in my bins. It just sits in my bins and doesn't get touched. So now I know that, Debbie, you're not going to bring that home and sell it. If you don't put things like this in your basket, leave it in the store. Just leave it there. Let me see. The 2 rooms include completed gifts too. Gotcha. Yeah, Sophia. Well, see, you've got self-discipline going on. All my stuff is in the shed. I refuse to get more than the shed. Good. See, Katrina? Yep, that is very, very smart. You've got to set your limits and stick to it. Now, I told y'all, I did have to break that at Easter because I did not have anywhere to put my Easter stuff. It was just I made so many Easter baskets. I had nowhere to put them. So I did in one of the bedrooms have to put the completed gifts for Easter. because there was nowhere else to put them. And when they have the snacks and stuff, you can't put them out in the heat. I couldn't move them to the shed that with the snacks. I can't do that. So for Easter, I did have to do that long enough, to set up and sell as I was making them, because I was just making so many. But I did break the rule on that time, but I knew they were coming right back out to be sold. It was not inventory. It was completed gifts that I knew I had already claimed was going to be sold. And thank God they were. So, Sophia said, this business will not squeeze me out or make me uncomfortable. And that's what it did, Sophia. And when you get to that point, that's when you got to, back off. Let me see. Okay, let me see. Miss B Basket some more said, love all of these. Brenda says, priceless lessons for me, a newbie. Yes, Brenda, please listen. Please listen. Never in a Million said, years ago, I had more penny pictures than this subdivision had walls. I have all kind of pictures. Yes, Never in a Million. I have all kind of pictures, mirrors, all kind of frames all out in my shed. Now, those, I know I can use them. Like I said, I do closing baskets. I do hope to get more. I have not focused on that. I went to one real estate company and have gotten some business from them. But I haven't had the time or the opportunity to go back out and solicit some of these realtors for some business. And I will use the mirrors and the picture frames and stuff in some of my, closing baskets and stuff. So I do think I'll use them, but yes, I have a bunch of those as well. Let me see. Hello, Norma Boone. Let me see. One Bon B. I think my problem is not knowing how to store the things I have. Organization is so big, and you learn that as you go too. You have got to have things labeled. You have got to have bins and have them labeled. You've got to. And store like items together. Because when you can't go back and find it, you buy more. I mean, with anything, everyone does that. When you have too much stuff and you can't find it, you buy more. Because you don't have time to go out and go through this and go through that. And that's how stuff gets thrown away. Because especially spa stuff, y'all. Y'all can store other stuff in the shed that like picture frames and mirrors and stuff like that. They're going to be all right. Blankets, they're going to be okay. But when y'all get spa items and perfumes and lotions, please don't do that. Because I did that with my pop shelf stuff. And now I've got all this pop shelf stuff I need to get out. Don't buy more spa stuff and, face creams and makeups and stuff that does not do well over time. Don't buy a bunch of that stuff and just let it sit, because you'll end up throwing it out, or worse, you're going to end up selling it to somebody and it's not going to be good. They're going to get a watered down, soupy lotion. They're going to get makeup that's going to break them out. Don't do that. Don't hold on to stuff forever and then throw it in a basket. Just don't do that. If you're going to buy that kind of stuff, know that you're going to put them right back in baskets and get them out. I mean, we can't do stuff like that, to our customers. And you don't want to throw them out and lose money. But like I said, you really don't want to put really old stuff in baskets for them to bathe with and wash with and make, especially makeup. Makeup does expire. So we have to be careful with that, because Lord knows I was the main one running out and buying all that Tahari makeup, and thank God Dollar Tree took some of that mess back, because I sure took it back. I had so much makeup in bins and stuff. No, you live and learn. It's pretty, and you can buy a couple, but buy a couple. If it's something you didn't sell the last time, like makeup, I don't do well with makeup. I've sold a few, okay? But I don't do well with the teen baskets with the makeup and stuff in them in my area for my people. Okay. I've sold some. So when I buy makeup now, I know to buy in much smaller quantities. If I find something I think is really pretty, buy a couple of them. Don't buy 30 and 40 of them because I'm going to end up being stuck with them. Or like what we say, and I know I'm not the only one. I have been on many of your lives and I have heard people say, I'm going to stick this behind something. It's leaving here. I'm going to stick this by, it'll be up underneath something. I mean, if we have to hide things in baskets to get rid of it, maybe we ought not be buying it. You know what I mean? And I know we have all said it. So when we catch ourselves doing and saying things like that, let it be a lesson learned. Okay, I don't do a lot of makeup because I'm having to either take it back to the store or I'm having to stick it behind stuff, because I know my people don't want makeup. But I know it's getting out my house, so I'm going to stick it behind this and stick it under that. You know, let's not buy it so much next time. Those are just little simple, things that you learn as you start making baskets and you learn what you sell, what you don't sell, and we learn by it and just try not to get caught up in the the excitement of when we see other people doing hauls because we're like, oh my God, I love that. Yeah, but remember, you don't sell that very well. That don't sell on your table very well. So if Tasha's got all these beautiful toys and stuff, we know Tasha's going to sell them. We know Rachel and KOK is going to sell them. You know, let them buy them because they know that that's what sells for them. If I know I have taken many kids' baskets out, even at Christmas time, nobody ain't asking me for kids' gifts. Nobody. Learn what your people want. I'm not saying don't have it. I'm saying don't have so much when you know it did not sell on your last 2 or 3 holidays. And don't buy so much of it. It's a learning process. We don't know. And it's easy to get caught up in the hype of doing what everybody else is doing and buying what everybody else is buying. I'm guilty, I know. Let me see. LBE says, nah, all my stuffed animals are at the top of my shed. Yeah, I forgot, LBE. Back then, you didn't have your shed at the time. Stephanie said, I can never find pennies. And it's going to get harder and harder to find pennies now, Stephanie. And hey, by the way, I didn't see you come in, sweetheart. Because a lot of the stores now are starting to pull the stuff before they ever even go to pennies. So it's going to be harder for some of us to do that. Some of y'all have those stores that the managers really could care less. And some of us have those stores where the managers take it personal if you find a penny item. And it's a lot harder for us that have those kind of managers to go in there and get those pennies. They'll stay late to pull that stuff, So it's not going to be the same for everybody. It depends on your area. It depends on your managers. It depends on your stores. So, we can see the same people over and over and over just cleaning up on these penny items because they have stores where the managers just aren't on top of stuff. But if you're in an area where the managers and the employees are on top of their stuff, they're not supposed to be there. Them penny items are supposed to be pulled. That's their job. So if you're finding them, you're in a store where they're really, and it's not down in the managers. They have a lot to do. It is really hard for them to get all that inventory out, wait on the customers, and get everything pulled. And then it gets to a point where they just friggin' don't care anymore. Get it, take it. Here, I've had them tell me, here's a buggy full of it. I got it in the back. Come and get it, So it really, 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 all of that's going to depend on your store and the managers and the employees. So, and getting out early, Stephanie, because these people now, honey, they come from out of town to go to these stores. They know which stores, just like we all learn things. They learn what stores are going to have pennies. They learn what stores that managers don't do what they're supposed to do, and they come to those stores. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out which stores normally have the pennies and which ones don't. So they know to come to that one. They're not going to go to the one that they've been the last 3 times and couldn't find nothing. They're going to go to the one that always has the penny items, and then it's going to get harder and harder and harder to get them. So all of that is all things that varies on that kind of stuff. Anyway, y'all, I feel like I'm just talking in circles now, but I know it's things that some of y'all do need to know that don't know. Let me see. Hey, Miss Kimberly, can't wait for your tutorials. Hey, Auntie and everyone, you're speaking my language about decluttering. Hey, Lady Diva Washington. Y'all, I am so sorry that I am. Hey, Kimberly Showers. I got jealous. LBE gonna text me your daggone picture of y'all like, hey, nah, 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 nah. I'm just kidding, but not really. She couldn't wait to show me that picture that y'all were with her. She knew I was gonna be jealous. I'm so glad y'all all got out. That's such a beautiful picture. Y'all all look so good. LBE, you look pretty too, baby. Y'all were ready. Let me see. Garden of Eden, because you do know that you can be sued. That's why I have insurance, but I don't sell old products. Most products have expirations of 12 to 24 months. Yeah, you have to be careful with that. Let me see. KOK said, I spent all morning moving toys to storage. The heat was no joke in my outside storage units. I know. Never in a Million says, I try to rotate my shelves with, I'm reading kind of backwards right now, y'all. I try to rotate my shelves with items for seasons I'm selling. It helps me rotate. Yes. I do that too, Never in a Million. I'm learning to do that. And Alicia said, and be careful of the aerosol sprays. Yes, y'all, those cans will explode. They definitely will. I love clear bins so I can see what I don't need to get. Yep. S. Marie said 108 watching, only 86 likes. Y'all, please hit yes, please hit it. Thank you, S. Marie. Let me see. I just bought a shed to move things out of my craft room. That's good. Congratulations. That'll help a lot. A Touch of Elegance said, I'm so guilty with the animal items. I have so many jars for dog snacks. Me too, girl. I got to get rid of some of this animal stuff. I'm telling you, I can see some of the home items, but I got way too much dog stuff, dog and cat stuff. Never in a Million says, don't be fooled. It's not only penny hoarders. Some have cases and cases of Dollar Tree tumblers. Oh, I admit I have a lot of tumblers. I still buy tumblers because I use tumblers. Now, I am a hoarder of tumblers. I will admit it. My hands up. That's me. Because I use them in almost every concept I make. I love the diamond cut tumblers. Y'all know I love those men slick little blue, black, gray tumblers that I get for Father's Day. I love them. I put tumblers in almost every concept. So I'm guilty of that, but not at hoarding. Those come in, they go out. I use those. I just love them. I just love putting them in my concept. So that is just like when I buy certain lotions, I know I'm going to use them. So, yep, I'm guilty of the tumblers. I am, but not for hoarding, for using. I do use them. Let me see. Maria said, oh my God, these gifts are flying off the design table. What gifts? I can never find pennies. No, all my stuffed animals are, okay, I read that. Let me see. I'm not going back up further. Let me come back down because I'll never catch up, I know. If there was something one of y'all had wanted to tell me, I will go back and read these tomorrow when they show back up. But if there was something that one of y'all told me that y'all want me to read, please retype it. Or if I miss seeing you come in, just retype, hey. It ain't going to hurt me to get another message in my chat. It's good for me anyway. So just re-say hey to me so I know you're in here if I missed you, or retype what you typed. It's all right. The algorithm does not mind me getting extra chat, so I'm not going to scroll back down. Y'all just put it in and I'll go from this point down. Excuse me. Okay, are we still going to learn how to make stickers? Yes, ma'am, Brenda. We're waiting on Katrina. Um, Katrina is going to do us a little class, and she's trying to get everything organized to do that. But yes, ma'am, we are going to learn how. I am determined. Let me see. Ashley said, yes, I have tons of pet stuff from last year's Dollar General penny items. I need to make some pet baskets because I'm in Charlotte and they love their pets here. Well, see, good for you. Then you know you'll get rid of yours. Divine, hey, Nicole, how are you, sweet baby? Did you ever get rid of that headache from sniffing all that perfume? I opened up just one of mine here, Nicole, and I'm like, oh no, can't be doing that. Brenda says, hey, Nicole. Okay, said, hey, Nicole. Let me see. Divine speaking back. What'd you miss? A whole lot of talking. I showed them some stuff that I had gotten from Ollie's and from Bonita Bumpers. And other than that, I've just been trying to reiterate with people more about our inventory and buying and using and what the same old that we got to go over to remind ourselves. KOK says, me too, still classy. Tumblers galore. I don't know about you, KOK, but I use mine. I use mine a lot. I love putting them. Y'all know I love doing them on Valentine's Day and stuff, putting stuff in the middle of them. I like using the tumblers. I like putting the tumblers in my concepts. I just love the tumblers. So I'll always buy those when I find them. Miss P said, hey, classy. Hey, Miss P, how are you, sweetheart? Katrina said, I'm posting the material list Wednesday. Material list, that stuff we're going to need to have. I think I'm going to have all of it. But yeah, I bought everything. I've got vinyl and the sticker paper and the cardstock and the ink and the cutters and the things you weed with. I know the words. I just don't know how to do them. But I'll be looking for that list. Carol says, please contact me, Miss Katrina, for class. Yeah, Katrina, we do need to kind of figure out who all, is going to, how we're going to do it. Are you doing it like on your community page type of thing? Are we supposed to come to you to do it? Let us know how, because there's a lot of people in here that wants it. Y'all need to make sure y'all are subscribed to Katrina. Somebody put Katrina's link in here, because she's going to be the one teaching us how to do the Cricut. So y'all need to be able to get in touch with her as well when you have questions about what you need to get and all of that kind of stuff. Make sure you subscribe to her. Rhonda says, good evening, still classy, and everyone in the chat. Hey, Rhonda. Triple M Gifts. Hey, still classy in chat. Just joined the live. Will we watch the replay? Okay, baby doll. Thank you. Nicole said, LOL, yeah, just ate and fluids, good. And Katrina said she will, Carol. Hey, Katrina. Oh, yeah, Katrina said, yes, still classy. Okay. Basket says, Anita. Brenda says, how do we sign up for the class? We're going to have to get in touch with Katrina. Like I said, if one of my mods in here, if y'all can put Katrina's info link in here so that they know how to reach her. The two you showed earlier, Maria said. Oh, yeah, I just showed them. I just stuck them up there. I had just stuck those up there real quick to show that I had used the new stuff, is what I was trying to show. I put the new spa stuff in there instead of putting the stuff. I wasn't really showing the concept. I was just showing that I did what I'm not supposed to do and use the new stuff. That's what I was doing. Those are my only two women baskets I have made up at all. And from now on, any of them that you see will have pop shelf in it. Y'all going to get tired of seeing my concepts with pop shelf. I'm warning y'all of that right now. You will be seeing a whole lot of pop shelf concepts. And let me see. Katrina said she'll post on her community post. Divine Creation says, hey, Anita. Gift by Chosen says, wait, what? Who's in Charlotte? Oh God, I'd have to go back and look and see. Who just said they were in Charlotte and they sell a lot of dog stuff? They love their pets there. Ashley, I'm here too, Chosen said. Oh, okay, there y'all go. Y'all got to hook up. Carol said, I don't know how to find a community page. Me either. Me either, Carol. I think it's when you go to their page and go to more. Do you go to more on that? You know, when people say they post stuff on the community page, I've never seen it. I have to hear somebody say it and go to their page and keep pushing stuff till I find it. I don't get notifications of people that post stuff on their community page. Let me see. All right, S. Marie just posted Katrina's channel, y'all. So y'all need to make sure that y'all are subscribed to her if you're interested in doing, well, even if you're not interested in the Cricut class, make sure you subscribe to Katrina. But if you're interested in the Cricut class, definitely, because that's who you'll be going to in messaging for information, because I can't help you. Gifts by Chosen said, hey, Nicole Boo. Kiana's Corner. Hey, Kiana, how are you, sweetie? Katrina said, I'm on my gardening channel. I will post here and Crafty Corner channel. All righty. Rhonda said, I finally went into a pop shelf for the first time yesterday. I love pop shelf. They don't love me. But I love pop shelf. Rhonda said, I finally went in. Oh, I just read that one. Me either, Carol, Brenda said. Can't wait, Still Classy. I know. Nicole, when is the basket challenge? Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'll happily watch y'all. I will happily watch y'all. Rhonda said they didn't have anything on sale, but was stoked. I finally went into one. Right? Don't they smell good? I love the way they smell. S. Marie said, Katrina, it's in Crafty Corner, right? Because that's the link I added in the chat. Yeah, that's the one most people are more familiar with, S. Marie. So that one's good for that, for the Cricut class stuff. Katrina says, Carol, I'll do a short and tag you. If y'all let Katrina know that you're interested too, she can write that down and make sure she's got y'all's names as well, and she can tag everybody in it. So if you're interested in it, make sure besides subscribing to her, in the chat right here, let her know I'm interested in the Cricut class. Y'all just put it in here where Katrina can look and see that you're interested. Thank you for subscribing to her, baby. Hey, Still Classing, everyone. Hey, Deborah Burrell. Divine Creations, it's in July. I will be sending the information on Monday. Katrina said, yes, S. Marie. Just ordered my men's cologne, so done with body care items. S. Marie says, Katrina, thumbs up. Rhonda said, yes, they do. That's the first thing we noticed. Cousin Chosen, how are you? Let's go at Nicole. Carol said, thank you, Katrina. All right, y'all. So we got that down pat. I have, like I told y'all, I can barely move in here at all because I have started pulling out stuff. Y'all know I have already told y'all I do make some Christmas theme baskets. I'm just not going to do as many this year as I've been doing. I want to do baskets that, should they not sell due to the economy or whatever, I can just change the Christmas bow to a Valentine bow. Okay? But I do as well, and I have so much Christmas stuff that I do have to make some Christmas themed baskets. I've got, baskets that actually say Merry Christmas on it. I have tons of, our Dollar Tree baskets. Tons of them, y'all. Every shape, size, that we've got. And I'm not going to get rid of them. I'm going to use them. So, I will do some. But it's time to start pulling that stuff out for those of you who bought stuff for penny items and stuff and 90% off. This is another one of mine. to keep these little things. These are perfect gifts. I make these up every year. Really cheap little concepts for kids. I buy these when they go for a penny or 90% off, 10 cents or whatever. We stick the little noses, you know, in there. Make up a little thing, put them a little bit of candy or whatever, the little, you know, just the little cheapo stuff. That's when you buy this stuff after Christmas, when it's a penny or a dime. And that's how you can turn around and do some really, really cheap kids concepts. And I always like to have a bunch of little kids concepts made up, because when people go, you know, to visit someone for the holidays, they don't want to spend a lot of money, but they want to take the kids something, you know. So I always like to have little concepts for kids that didn't cost me anything, because I'm buying them for a dime or a penny. That's when I buy these kind of things, that, you know, any little thing that can go into a little kid's concept. Make those up. You didn't spend more than $1 on the entire gift, so you can sell them cheap. They can pick up little concepts for the kids, and everybody's happy. So, and then these are great too for putting, you know, 1 or 2 spa items with a pair of socks or whatever, you know. So these are really, really good, and I always get them for a penny or $1, excuse me, or a dime, because they're normally $1. So at 90%, they're going to be a dime, and they always have tons of these kind of things left over, and the little kid stuff, and that's when I get them. Also, y'all, make sure that after Christmas that you're buying these, the runners. You can put them in baskets, yeah, but they really dress up your table out when you're selling too. I've got mine turned this way just for the live's sake, but you know, you run them the correct way on the table, and they dress up your table for Christmas. So when you can get these for like a little dime or something at 90% off to a penny, pick up those runners. They really help dress your table up at Christmas when you're out selling or at a vending event or whatever. So don't pass on the runners. Also, these little things here, or these big things here. If you can get these for a penny or 90% off, these look adorable. You can fill these up with, you know, smaller gifts or whatever you've got, and you sit them out beside your table, you know, when you're selling, and they look cute, and you're able to store your, you know, hold some stuff in them, extra inventory or extra stuff, and they look really, really cute sitting beside your table. So grab some of them big giant bags that, you know, when they're practically giving them away. It's good for storage, like I said, and it's cute to sit out beside your table with. Let me see what else I got out here. Y'all know y'all just did a bunch of these for Father's Day, but I've got some of these things here. Pull these, if you've got any of these kind of little ceramic things, pull them out for Christmas. You know, they make wonderful, wonderful spa gifts. I put one of them inside of a concept last year. Definitely the time, y'all, to pull these out. Everybody that jumped and got all their Christmas blankets, now's the time to pull them out. I've got bunches of all the way down to I've got the little ones, I've got big ones stacked in a table in my garage, from the floor literally to the ceiling of blankets. So y'all know the way the heat has changed. A lot of times Valentine's Day is hot. So Christmas is really about your only holiday that blankets are really, really appropriate, where you know that it's going to be cold. That's really about I know some of y'all live in areas where you know in February it's going to still be cold. A lot of us do not. And it gets hot much earlier now. So make sure that you pull out your blankets for Christmas. If you've got a bunch of them, put blankets and everything. So because I am trying to get rid of my Christmas blankets, some of my Christmas blankets, I will be doing, you know, more Christmas gifts, because obviously the Christmas blankets aren't going to work for Valentine's Day. So common sense tells you I'm going to have some concepts. But let me see, what else do I have out here? I bought tons back on, like I said, when I was buying stuff when I didn't know no better. I bought tons of every kind of sign that you could find, and that's okay because they can be used as backers in gifts as well as just extra, decor in a basket. I got all of these kind of things, and like I said, they can be used for backers. But I have bins and bins and bins of all kind of Christmas stuff, and it's time to pull them out. Go ahead and use them. I mean, ladders. If it was there and it was available, I bought it. I mean, it's just what I did. I've got the bells. So if I'm gonna put Christmas blankets in them, I might as well go on and start. I mean, pull out. Don't let cookie cutters be just sitting around for no reason. The only time you can get rid of them is at Christmas. So pull them out. All the way down to the darn Christmas trees. I got everything, y'all. Bins and bins and bins. I thought I had to have everything. Pull them out. Get them in these baskets if you've got them. If not, be careful not to buy too much of them, okay, afterwards. But like I said, the signs, all these plaques and stuff, they can be used as backers. And they will be used as backers. But make sure you don't just leave them sitting in bins. Now, these kind of things, y'all, are cute that you can get after Christmas for a really cheap price. And they look really cute hanging on your gifts. So something like this is kind of cute to get. And if they don't sell, and you don't have Christmas-themed items in it, you can just take them off. But if you got gifts that aren't really a lot of Christmas things, hang things like this on it. And they can easily be removed. Let's see what else I got over here. Y'all know I have cases of these kind of things. But these look really pretty once I get them in. They help dress up gifts really good. So I don't regret those kind of things. I also bought lots of kitchenware and stuff like that for Christmas and use them. I've got tons of these kind of boxes that I buy after Christmas. I'm pulling them out to try to use them up. These are really cute, I thought. See how they got the snow in there? And then, you get them one box and then another box and another box where they fit all inside. Make sure you pull out your Christmas boxes and use them. The problem is I've got so much stuff that I'm not going to make that many Christmas themed baskets. So a lot of this will go back in to be stored again till next Christmas. And I'll use a little bit more and a little bit more. But at least, I have it. Y'all, I feel a bit, I'm trying to keep it. I felt a big sneeze coming, but those are the kind of things that they're not going to go bad. So it's not a real big deal, but there's no way I can use it all up in one Christmas, but at least I don't buy any more now. I have it and I use it. Oh, and then y'all remember these little baskets and what I like to do with them. I love the little sleigh baskets. I love using those. And I love finding the reindeers at the end of the year. Because remember, y'all, I love putting the reindeer at the front of the sleigh. And then putting my, I think I'm too low for that. Let me see if I can come up some. But I love putting my reindeer in the front of my sleigh. And then putting a coffee mug. Or last year but I've used them all up. I actually had some Santas, soap dispenser Santas. And I was able to put a Santa back here with the soap dispenser and then some more things. But, I mean, it's still cute if you've got little reindeers or whatever to put at the front and put your little spa stuff in the back. But also make sure this is the time, pull out your Christmas socks or your winter socks. You can put them in any kind of concept, in a mug gift, in a flat concept, whatever. Pull out your socks. Pull out your gloves. Pull out your warm booties. All of your real thick warm stuff that you've got stuck back that you forgot about. Get them out. You don't want to be stuck with them winter things another year. And I'm sure me and Never in a Million probably have enough for the next 10 years. But get them out. Get out any of your little stuffed animals. These are just the little tiny ones I got at the very end for a penny. And then I've got some of the larger ones. There's no way that all of these are going to be used in concepts. But you know, if you can still use them, you can take off the Christmas stuff, still put them in there. And if they don't sell, you can carry them on over to Valentine's Day. Not this one. Things like this, you can't because them hats are on there. That's going to be for Christmas. So, but you want to get out your Christmas stuff. Socks, gloves. Oh, you'll want to pull out, let me see, I think I'm about to pop open that picnic thing. For any of y'all that buy this kind of stuff, get it out because it's definitely going to just sit on your table. I mean, in your bins. Pull out your candles, your Christmas candles. Anything that's Christmas or fall themed, it's time to get them out. Pull them out because if you don't pull them out, you're not going to use them. I had to go through my candles because I have so many in a bin that I need to go through and make sure I'm pulling out all the ones that are, winter and Christmas related. Get them out. If you get them out and set them out, you're going to use them. Let me see. Yes, time to use the blankets for sure, Maria. Let me see. I saw somebody say, good idea, LBE, so I need to go back up. Rock this stuff out of your inventory. It does not always have to be in a basket. Yeah, I know. I know it doesn't have to be in a basket. And yes, I do need to get a lot of it gone for sure. LBE sure know how to move them blankets out. Rhonda said, I'm excited for the future of DC8. Rachel said, I sell blankets year round. Oh, God, good for you, Rachel. Somebody would look at me like crazy up around here if I had tried to pull it out in this 100-degree weather. Woo! Gifts by Chosen, no child. That phone is somewhere in here. Good idea, LBE, Donna said. She said, you get a blanket, everyone gets a blanket. That part, Rhonda. Chosen, I sent you a text last week, Nicole said. Easy Secret Santa gifts, ideas, and more. Yep. Co-worker gifts idea. Yeah, for sure, Alicia. That's what I try to make up a lot of things for because that is who buys more of the Christmas themed items. Or for co-workers to, like I said, for kids, to take when they're going to visit somebody or something. Those buy more of the Christmas themed items. When they're and normally those people are buying multiple gifts when they're buying for co-workers. Easy Secret Sound. Oh, I just read that one. There's a lot of people who work from home and their house is always, hence the blanket. Oh, yeah. And older folks too, Maria, who always have a blanket on them. My dad keeps a blanket on him. I don't care what the temperature is outside. KOK said, I'm glad I have a lot of Christmas penny items. Yep. Yeah. Oh, I got plenty. That's for sure. Never Me said, oh, please don't say socks, right? I knew that. I've got them under my sectional. I'm coming to your house, KOK, LBE said. LBE is laughing at Never in a Million. Alicia said, sleigh baskets make great fruit and candy gifts. Yep. Let me see here. Katrina, LBE, that's why God gave them baskets. He said, get that stuff gone right now. Every time I look at those items, I say, Elaine would rock those items. Yeah, sure would. I have one large clear tote of socks, and I'm so grateful for them. None of my stuff is really Christmas themed this year. Yeah, I have a lot of Christmas themed items. A lot. a lot. And I don't want to do a whole lot of Christmas themed items. That's the thing. But I have no choice. I have to do some. I really, really, really wanted to do more neutral gifts and put Christmas bows on them. That's what I really wanted to do. But I also don't want to sit here and have all this inventory just continue to carry over and over and over. So it's crazy not to. I have to be practical as well. Let me see. I never seen those Christmas themed socks. Which ones? Which ones did I hold up? Oh yeah, y'all, I know y'all saw me. I used these last year in a bunch of my flat concepts and stuff. Is these are the ones you're talking about? I love these. I had a bunch of those, and I was putting those in my flat concepts last year. And these. And the kitten ones. But it's time to also pull out these really thick things that, good God Almighty. I mean, these things are so thick. Good gracious. I mean, it's got to be real cold to have them bad boys on. But them, they feel like pure boots, real boots. But time to get them in some stuff. But yeah, let me see. I have one large clear tote of socks. Oh, I just read that one. LBE said, I don't even have Christmas candles. Lord, I need to get with the program. Yeah, I've got quite a few candles. I grab them every chance I get. I do, because I love putting candles in the concept. So those don't bother me. It doesn't bother me to have, candles around. I'd rather have them than not, for sure. Let me see. Nicole said, I was just saying that about the candles. I have them in my closet and never really use them. Yep, got to pull them out. Maria said, Classy, you don't have your coffee, hun? I do. I just so busy and trying to read, I ain't having a chance to drink it. Blankets will go great in chemo care gift sets. I remember you saying that last year, Alicia. You have tons and tons of stuff, Classy. Brenda, that's an understatement, baby. Tons and tons. I have too much stuff of some things. I sure do. Carol, are those the baskets you recently got, Classy? Are those the baskets? No, none of these. This one came from the new ones I just got. That was one of the new ones. Most of the, and this other one over here was, let me see. I thought I had another. And over here, I was wanting to try to, oh Lord. Yeah, this stuff's definitely going to be, I knew if I pulled this mess up in here where I can't walk, they're going to start going into baskets for sure. This one here was another Christmas one that also just came with that set that I got. This is a wire one. So of course I'll use those, any baskets that came in that collection that was Christmas themed. But that's the only two that I remember that was really Christmas. Let me see. Yeah, my 25-35 housewarming gifts sold really well for me last year. That's good. Carol said, smart ideas. Rhonda said, my grandbabies always want a blanket in the car everywhere. I keep a blanket at work. It's too cold. Yeah, that's the red triangle socks. I'm talking about the thick ones. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, they are so thick. Love the metallic colored one. Thank you, Anita. I wrapped some of my Christmas boxes and used for Father's Day. Okay, yeah, right. Yeah, that's a good idea. And also make sure you pull out your have the concepts or whatever. Don't forget, you can pull these out and use them. Pull out your pretty bags that you've got, and put a box in them and use them as a concept, because They also have tons of these after Christmas for a penny. Oh my God, bins and bins and bins of beautiful bags. And you can always get them and then just go around to the stores and get the free boxes when they're unstocking or when they're stocking the shelves, and get the boxes to go inside of them. And there's your container right there. Don't go out and spend a whole lot of money if you were able to get them at the end of the year for free. Also, make sure you remember the same thing with the pajamas and stuff. Pull out them long sleeve pajama sets that we have for men and for women. All the long sleeves, the thick ones, get them out. Because if not, they'll be stuck. And then the thick men's socks. I pulled out all this stuff to remember. Get them in baskets. So, these are things that's taking up valuable space that I need. And they need to go out because, like I said, it gets so hot around here that, I'm not comfortable putting long sleeve pajamas in, when it's super, super hot outside. Flannel pajamas, So could I or would I ever? I'm never going to say never, but I would sure rather get rid of them, at Christmas when it's really cold. Let me see. I wrapped some of my Christmas. Oh, I just read that one. Yes, and we can use bags too. Rachel said, "No, ma'am. I wear those thick socks year round." Oh, really? These big old thick socks. Oh, my Lord. These things, y'all. I feel like these things are weighted. Like you can buy a weighted blanket. These things feel like weighted socks. Like weighted socks. Oh my God, they make me hot just looking at them. And I've got some of the mittens and stuff that we got on clearance and stuff. So I wanted to make sure I pulled out those kind of things. So socks, gloves. I've got a whole bin over here somewhere of all kind of gloves. Toboggans. I've got a bunch of toboggans, match those kind of things up. Definitely the blankets, the long sleeve and long pants pajamas. Pull all them out. Get out check your inventory and make sure if you've got any kind of blankets whatsoever. Your plushies. I've got tons of the Christmas plushies, so, pull them out. I got a bunch of those nutcrackers, the holiday nutcrackers. They're just taking up space. So, let me see. Never mind. I get hot. I get hot looking at them socks. Woo! Peggy said, "Hey, still classing everyone. We'll watch the replay." Thank you, sweetheart. Rachel, me too, because it's easier than finding my slippers. I don't, no. I know everybody's different, but y'all, I've got so much mess over here, but like I said, I'm just now in the process of pulling out my Christmas stuff so that I can start. Also, y'all know on a lot of our gifts, some of us, and Lord knows Pooh Bear kept driving me crazy last year about it. Mama, put some, when you've got these little, and I know a lot of y'all are using a lot of, not necessarily these cubed containers, but y'all, the cupcake ones that you used, and the ones that Nessa was using, the tall skinny ones, like this and stuff. You can use shred, but when these go on sale for a penny at the end of the year, get you some of that snow, and that really looks cute in winter concepts, in place of the shred. I used that in my window bags last year. I used it in my square containers last year. Any of these little clear things that you're doing up, put some of the snow in it. It really gives it a nice winter look. And there's normally always tons of this stuff left over in Dollar General and in Walmart. So grab some of that at the end of the year, and it's really, really cute in some of your concepts. Nice socks. I'll keep my foot warmer. My feet stay cold. Um, and bags are also easier to store. They are definitely easier to store. They don't take up near as much space. So, but anyway, that was just some of the stuff that y'all saw me pulling out that y'all are going to see me start using and putting in stuff. But you know, I've got, there's still I've got to get it situated where I can even start doing that. I've pulled out stuff, but now I've still got to get some other stuff put away so I can have room to even make the concepts. So I've still got some organization going on as I'm pulling this stuff out. I'm just pulling stuff out to remind me what I have so that I can start trying to visualize. Y'all know how I do. I've told y'all that. I get things out. I start color coding things. I try to find what container I'm going to put it in, and then I just start putting things around. And also, y'all, this is my bag of nothing but embellishment stuff. I got a big old thing that every time something breaks or comes off of, I've told y'all that comes off, you get some of this garland and it starts breaking or it's come apart. Parts of whatever that you get, sprigs of things. I keep all that kind of stuff in a bag, and I use it for embellishments, in my winter and fall items. So try to keep all that kind of stuff together too. When you have something that comes apart or comes off of something, just pick it up and keep it, because it can really add, just a nice little touch of an embellishment to something. So I have a big bag of what some people would call junk, but it really does, add a nice touch to some concepts. Let me see. Maria said, I'm just the opposite, classy. I wear flannel in the summer and shorts in the winter because I'm using a heater in the winter and AC in the summer. I get that. That's probably a lot of people that does do that. But so yeah, y'all, it's time. Even though y'all may not have the abundance, I know some of us have more than me, but some of you don't. It's time to start pulling the stuff out, y'all. Don't wait until Christmas. Pull it out a little at a time so that you know what you have. Even if you pull it out, organize it, and put it back in where you know what you're going to use, in your, uh-oh, Mama, I'm at Ollie's and I'm pissed. Oh, no, Pooh. They didn't have any of the body sprays, huh? I'm so sorry, darling. They didn't have it in mine when I went just last week. The only thing they had were the pink ones. When I went before, they had these. They didn't have any of them sprays. And then I popped in today and they had these sprays and none of these. So that's the one thing about Ollie's, baby. You've got to go on a regular and look. And when you find something that you want, you better grab it right then and there. Because it comes fast and it leaves even quicker. She said, hell no, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry. But just keep looking with Ollie's, because they're like Dollar Tree. They get something in out of nowhere. You don't know, or you'll see somebody else show it. I just like that yellow stuff. It never came to my store that I just showed you that I got from Bonnie. But Sean, which is in the same state as me, had tons of it at her store. But there's no guarantee that it didn't come in and somebody bought the whole case when they saw it. Pooh said, I do, Mama. I be trying, but it's getting aggravating. I know, but Pooh, don't get flustered, because, baby, you have been getting some stuff. So don't forget that. Don't forget about your blessings recently. You've been getting some good hauls. You've been finding some good deals. So your inventory is going up, so you stay positive. You got it from Bonita, not Vonnie. Okay, Bonita. Lord have mercy. The V girls. I get the V girls messed up. Thank you for straightening that out. Yes, from Bonita, not Vonnie. But Anyway, y'all, there's not much more that I can do tonight with this mess that I have in here, except try to get it straightened up, and hopefully, um, we'll start putting some things together. I've already told y'all are going to be seeing a lot of pop shelf stuff from me. That's what I'm going to be using a lot of, because I need to start getting inventory out that I have bought back recently. But y'all definitely, let me see. She said, true, mama. I feel better. Yes, baby. Don't ever let the devil sit and try to sidetrack y'all. You've been just on being very, very blessed with your inventory. And the devil will come around and make you forget about that stuff. We can't do that. So, but anyway, y'all, I love y'all. I'm ready to start seeing y'all's mess. Please start pulling out y'all stuff so I don't feel all by myself over here with all with all this stuff. And let's start getting it in some baskets. Let's start getting ideas from each other, because I know a lot of y'all rely on a lot of us to start putting it out. We get brain freezes too. And love to see new ideas from y'all. Thank you, Pooh Bear. So it's getting that time. We need to start putting some stuff together. Keep in mind Christmas and Valentine's when we're putting stuff together. Even if you're not doing Christmas or think you're not doing Christmas, put together what you think you would want for Valentine's Day and then sell it at Christmas time. If you don't sell it, no harm, no foul. You were really putting it together for Valentine's anyway and getting a head start. So there's no reason not to put some gifts together. Even if you think you're not going to sell Christmas, you'd be surprised what you would sell at Christmas time. You don't have to go out for 2 weeks. Go out a few days right around Christmas time. The only thing that you would be doing is putting some Christmas ribbon on for your bows and then taking that off if it doesn't sell and put on your Valentine's. You don't have to do Christmas themed items. But don't not do anything and not have them come Christmas time. Have some baskets made at Christmas, even if you don't plan to sell for Christmas. You might surprise yourself and sell a lot more than what you think. And if not, then you have a head start on Valentine's. So I know it's cold out there. A lot of people say they can't sit in the cold during Christmas time. LBE's got a heater she pulls out. I sit in my van. I don't sit out underneath no tent in friggin' below freezing weather. I'm sitting there right in my van where I can see everything at my tent, and I sit in my van and get out as I need to. So y'all can do that too. You don't have to sit out in just the cold. Thanks for sharing. I love y'all. Good night, Hope. Love you, baby doll. But I'm going to get off. And like I said, y'all, if you're interested in the Cricut class, get in touch with Katrina. If you're interested in finding out what Bonita has, get in touch with her. And until then, I will be seeing y'all on your lives and seeing you back here, hopefully, next Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And we will get more into the Christmas in July. Have a good night, everyone. I hear you still, Classy. Thanks for the live. You're so welcome, baby doll. Maria says, good night, Hope. But good night, everybody. Y'all make sure to stay prayed up. Stay in prayer. Don't get frustrated. I know it's hard not to, but every time that you think that things are getting too tough, you can't handle it, honey. It's time to get on your knees. All right. Let's not forget that. He ain't far from us. He's just a prayer away. I love you guys, and I will talk to you guys next week or before if I'm on your lives. Y'all, and you people, another thing for you newbies, make sure y'all are putting out content. It doesn't have to be a live if you don't have enough subscribers, but put out content. Get videos out. Show baskets, go into stores. Even if you're not buying the stuff in the stores, go into the stores. Let us know what's on sale. There's ways and there's material that you can get out to get your channel going. So start putting out content. Stop just watching everybody else and not putting nothing out. Put out content. Even if you're not ready to go live, you can put out videos, you can do shorts, but start putting out some content, okay? And the more content you put out, the more subscribers you're going to get, the more money you're going to be able to make. So quit being dormant and start putting some stuff out. All right? That's it. I love you guys, and I will talk to y'all soon. Have a great weekend, y'all.